And we'll see Joe Mixon. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Bengals and the Steelers, next on Madden Football.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for the
final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Here we go. 11 MP.
Burrow on play action.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. You look at the Steeler defense.
Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him.
Johnson goes in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw here, Huntley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Roll. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. This one finds Austin out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5. Huntley working from the gun. A short one there to Fryer. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. Warren will try the right side. Taken down at the 30. The Steelers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Huntley to throw. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to pass. And his throw is incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. You look at the Steeler defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop. Held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And Burrow going to throw again. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
11. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Got a man open, it's Chase. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now Burrow. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning
formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, here's Huntley. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Huntley. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Cade York on now for the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. York able to send this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's when your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Cincinnati. As they start on the ground, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Mixon last week: 16 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Burrow on third down. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Pittsburgh getting...
On 1st and 10, Huntley.
He gets this one to Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Huntley on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
A handoff for Warren.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
36 yards on the play.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Austin brings in the quick throw.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. On the give, it's Warren.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
On the run, it's Warren.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Kennedy Brooks, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And it's been very much a slow start.
On 1, ready?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Taken from just outside the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will... Huntley off of play action.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Huntley looks to throw again on 2nd and 10.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Huntley. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Huntley.
Completes it to Austin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Huntley to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run it. Warren.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
To throw, Huntley.
This will be caught at about the 5. So he stopped for no gain. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Huntley looks to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
And out now, here come the Bengals. They're down 3 touchdowns to the...
Here we go, here we go. Right in.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
11, 12, 11,
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Burrow on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, Burrow.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Huntley's throw complete to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley.
Pushing through the contact, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Huntley working from the gun. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following in a...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Huntley.
And this one's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Marlon Davidson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Hardman on the return.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Burrow on play action. He finds his running back Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Burrow looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
Made his first, this now from 42 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Huntley. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Warren. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a run with Warren.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Brooks. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
A 49-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now 2nd and 5.
They go play action with Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
Again, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Warren. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Smith here. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20.
Now it's Burrow.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Bengal 1st down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Burrow will throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Casey on the coverage.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From midfield now, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Now Burrow. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 67 yards on the ground for him so far. Now 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Moore. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, Huntley. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
The slot man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, 34 yards. And the Steelers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Bengals first down.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers.
And Burrow going to throw again. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it's Burrow.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Pittsburgh, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.